Okay, so remember the video I did about that stupid. Let me just move this up. Hold on. That stupid video, that Arcade Fire one. Well, this is another one. Not of the same one, obviously, pieces of shit. A different one, of course. Neighborhood number 3. Last one was neighborhood number 2, like, this one's neighborhood number 3. Power out. This one's even harder to explain, which is really weird and stupid, and yeah. So, it's about these little gremlin-looking things. They're like pulling the power, like in this city. It was like New York City, but everything's like black and white, and it's like old England or something. It was disappointing to me, personally. Like making all the power go out because they just it's what they do in the day. I mean, who doesn't just pull the plug on a bunch of shit? And then a bunch of really weird looking people in suits in this like old like Ford Model T sort of shit. They're like chasing after them. They have like these huge like top hats. You know, like Marge Simpson's hair, and how like when she gets into the car it like shifts back like on the roof. Well, that's how these guys top hats. That's how it rolls, you know. And they're like chasing after them in the car. And they're like, and they have these like fancy suits, and they're like, "Ugh." One of them's driving, and there's just like fat one like hanging out the back, like. They're chasing after these little gremlin things, and then the gremlin things run around and cause more power outages, even though they're getting chased by a bunch of people in suits. And then, um, I guess somehow the people in the car get out of the car, but you don't see that. It just happens like out of nowhere. They're just out of the car and they're like scattered around the city. Like you totally just missed out. You just like fell asleep during the movie. Now you're just catching the end, sort of thing. You know, you have no clue what the hell is going on. And then somehow the gremlins know how to kill these guys, like with the electricity. Freaking amazing. Like I'm jealous. Why am I so boring? So basically, I forget what happens. Like somehow, hmm, it's hard to explain. There's like a lamppost thing on a corner of a street, and the fancy guy's sitting there like, and it explodes, and somehow wires are in it. I don't know why. Then suddenly, the gremlins are on the power lines, like next to the generators, and the dumbass fancy people think it's a good idea to just climb on up there and chase after these little gremlin kids. And so they're chasing their dumbasses, first of all, if I didn't say that 4 times in a row. And they chase after them. Oh, you know, generators might have a little electricity in them. Yeah, they get bitched. These kids just destroy, ruin their lives. Like, oh, gone. And then, like a lot, they just keep getting like shocked by these kids. The fat ones in the middle of the street, he's like just standing there, just like, and yeah, and then like 4 of the gremlin kids just come out of nowhere and walked up on the sides, and then one of them just walks up and kicks him, and he falls. This guy is like 2 tons. One little gremlin kid's gonna knock that shit over? Are you kidding me? Was that logical? Back to the story. So that guy gets knocked down, and then all the kids are like holding him down because he's like a fucking hippo, and then one kid's just bouncing on him. Somehow that kills him. Like a little tiny little kid is just bouncing on you, and you're incredibly fat. How does that kill you? It kills him. He's dead. You know what? And then all the fancy guys are like dead, and then guess what else? It ends. It ends.